Hey guys, before we move to Oracle Dataguard, let us learn what is Dataguard and what is the purpose of using Dataguard in a project where Oracle database is running. And also let us see the business perspective of using Dataguard and how it benefits by providing high availability and disaster recovery solutions. Okay, so we are not going to see Dataguard in a DBA perspective. Okay, we are going to see Dataguard in a common man or management or business perspective. Okay, in terms of customer, how customers see Dataguard. What is a Dataguard? So Dataguard is one of the product which is developed by Oracle Corporation. Okay, it is a product, or we can say a software, which comes inbuilt with the Oracle software itself. So if you want to use Oracle Dataguard as a product, then we need to get the license from the Oracle Corporation. And what is the purpose of using this tool or product? Right? So when I already have a database running, then why would I again buy a new tool just for fancy? Right? So this tool helps us in protecting the production database, okay, from any failures. So we cannot always say that so any database will be having a moment where the database may crash due to any reasons like disasters, right? So we may end up with an earthquake. If there is a data center where there is an earthquake, then definitely the data center gets affected. Either it may be a power failure, or any failure that happen will affect the production systems. So to protect the production systems from failure, we create a backup system, okay, which will help us in high availability. So let me give you a real-time example. I am using an application, okay, so it is a mobile application where I am going to book a flight. So when I am just booking the flight, suddenly there was a disaster on the data center. Okay, so that flight application is connected to a database, and that database is residing on a data center, and the data center got some disaster, something like earthquake or tornado. So because of that, the database got crashed. Okay, so in that case, somehow I need the application to be connected because I'm already into the payment page, and I need to pay the amount to book the flight, right? So if there are thousands of customers who are connected to that application for booking the flight at the same time, just imagine what would be the impact for that business. So all the 1,000 customers, because of that application issue, they may fail to book the flight and they may go for some other application, right? So it is a loss for the business, right? So to protect them from the failure, Oracle Dataguard can easily offer a failover solution. So suddenly when there is a disaster and the database get crashed, the failover happen and it will connect to the backup system, so that the customers who are connected to that flight application can easily book their flight without any hamper. Okay, so there will be data integrity. So the main aim of Dataguard is to protect the data from failure, and also it provides high availability. Okay, so there are a lot of other tools as well in the market, but still Dataguard is a native tool which help us in configuring the systems in a easier way compared to other tools, right? So if we are using Oracle database itself, using Dataguard will be beneficial. Okay, so even in the event of planned maintenance or unexpected failure, one of these standby databases can be promoted to serve as the new primary database, minimizing downtime and data loss. Right, so we can also schedule any planned maintenance at any time, because we already have a backup system which is the replica of the original production system, but there may be some delay. We cannot say there will be a zero downtime, but definitely there will be some downtime, but we can minimize the downtime. Okay, so implementing Dataguard will be protecting the customer's data and also helps in providing high availability. So if you see, so Dataguard is a shield. You can consider it as a shield which protects your business data, and main database is the boss, right? So main database means the production system. So all the production systems run 365 24/7. So definitely no one can guarantee that the production system can satisfy this time, right? Definitely there will be some issues because of the hardware that we use, right? We cannot guarantee that any hardware will have failure at any time, right? No one can guarantee that a particular hardware can run continuously for 365 24/7, right? Any product or any tool that we use, definitely they will they tend to get fail at some point, right? So here what this production system does, it always work and it continuously record the every activity. Okay, so all those activities will be sent to the backup copy. Okay, so these two are the Dataguard. Okay, just imagine these two boxes as Dataguard. Okay, so this is Dataguard 1 and this is Dataguard 2. So we configured two Dataguard systems. Okay, but generally there will be one Dataguard. Okay, just for example I am giving you. So this production system sends the live update to the two systems. Okay, so this is a mirror image and always ready, and this is used for reporting. So we can use for any purpose. Okay, we can either use it for a replica or for reporting purpose. So that depends on the type of database. So we have lot different types of Dataguard, so that I will explain later. And then we can also switch over. Okay, which means I can make this main database to become standby and this backup copy to become main database. So that is called a switchover. Okay, it is a role reversal, right? Say for example, so if I am working in an organization, okay, so say for example there is a project where there are two managers. Manager 1, manager 2. Okay, so these two managers have different roles. Okay, so this manager is managing SQL Server and this manager is managing Oracle. So in this case, so they both discuss each other and decide that this manager 2 will manage SQL Server and manager 1 manages Oracle. So they are reversing their role, switching their role. So that's what similar to that. So here what happen is this backup copy will say that, hey, I will do your role. So it will just switch its role to primary, which means the main database. And this main database will say, hey, I'm already tired working all the time, so I will just switch myself to backup copy. So this backup copy database becomes the main database and the main database becomes the backup copy. So likewise we can reverse the role, swap the role. Okay, and these are all the benefits: always on service, no downtime, peace of mind, So clean, reliable data, and also faster systems sharing the workload, and it is also cloud and cloud ready, so we can also implement this in cloud. Okay, so these are the goals of Dataguard. We have high availability, disaster recovery, data protection, performance scalability, zero data loss in maximum protection mode. So all these benefits are not provided by only one feature of Dataguard. So we have a lot of features of Dataguard. Each and every features offers different benefits. Okay, so high availability solution will be provided by the normal physical standby database, and disaster recovery we can go for any failover situations, like if there is a earthquake, then we can if the protection system gets failed, then we can swap it to the standby. So standby becomes production. And data protection, so in case of any corruption, user errors or data loss, so we can make sure that we can protect the data with the Dataguard. And performance scalability, so we can also use active Dataguard or snapshot standby. So these are the different features of Dataguard which will help the users to read queries. Okay, and zero data loss. So there are a lot of different types of production mode. So in maximum production mode, no matter whatever happens, the data will be guaranteed, which is zero data loss. Okay, and the key benefits of Oracle Dataguard. So it is a robust data protection tool, which means it will provide block level corruption detection, and also repair can be done with a valid copy from the standby. Okay, so if we use physical standby, it is a block by block copy of the production, so definitely we guarantee the data from the standby. Okay, we call the Dataguard as a standby. Okay, so this is the term that we use. So we will not directly call as Dataguard. Okay, so if we have a Dataguard setup, we call the main live or production system as primary, and the backup copy system as standby. Standby means it is in standby mode, right? Anytime it can, in case of failure, it can switch to primary. Okay, which means it can change its role and it will switch to primary. Okay, and automatic failover and switchover. So we have lot of options to failover. FSFO is one of the feature which will provide automatic failover, and we have efficient workload distribution. So we can offload the backups and the reporting queries to the standby. Okay, so that we can load balance the incoming connections. And also cloud ready architecture. So it is fully integrated with OCI. So we can easily migrate it to the cloud, and simplified management. So there will be centralized monitoring. So we can also use OEM to monitor, or Dataguard broker to monitor the Dataguard systems. Okay, so these are all the real world use cases. Okay, so we can use it in the banking and finance, e-commerce and retail, healthcare, telecommunications. Okay, so definitely these sectors should use high availability solutions, because always banking system should be up and running every day and every time, every minute, every second, right? So definitely if you go for any banking systems, they will be having Dataguard or any kind of other data protection solutions. Okay, but if you see majority, almost 90% of the sectors use Dataguard, and e-commerce and retail, right? So if you are using any applications like Amazon, Flipkart, then every e-commerce websites should use Dataguard, right? So during holiday sales, you know about the surges, right? So during the big sale of Amazon, a lot of people will be using the Amazon app, and there will be a huge load on the Amazon website and application. So definitely it may lead to a high load with server outages, right? So during these kind of situations, Dataguard can help in protecting the system so that the business will not get impacted, right? So the application will connect to the standby systems so that the end users or the customers who are using the applications will not get affected completely. There may be a temporary down, but it can help in reducing the downtime. Even healthcare, right? So patient records and health systems should be protected with the Dataguard. So healthcare specifically use Dataguard for protecting the data in terms of you can say, so some countries may be having some rules or policies, country policies, right? So the patient's data should not be missed, and they should be protected, right? So in case the healthcare sector lose the patient record, then that may become a violation or some complaints as per some countries. So we have GDPR in certain countries. So in those kind of sectors, definitely they need to use Dataguard to protect the patient's records. And telecommunication systems. So we all know that today the world is running with the internet. So without internet, there will be no data, right? No one can speak through mobile. So even in telecommunication, we speak each other and we communicate with each other because of the internet, and every communication is stored in the form of data. So without data we cannot do anything. So just imagine if there is any telecommunication service provider. So if there is a downtime, then just imagine. So if you are using a mobile and if you are using some SIM card, and if that telecommunication service provider is having a downtime of 4 hours, then just imagine, right? So even if you are an employee working in an organization, if you are working from home, definitely if that system gets down, then you cannot continue your work, right, without any internet connection or Wi-Fi. So definitely all telecommunications also should implement this to avoid any downtimes. Okay.